Hey guys, Joe here from Holding Point Alpha, and today we're going to be taking a look at airspeed. In this short series we're going to cover how an airspeed indicator works, the differences between indicated airspeed, true airspeed and ground speed, and how you can calculate them. So you're probably aware of an instrument on the control panel of any aircraft, the airspeed indicator. But how exactly do they work? The answer is pressure. Now, to explain air pressure to you, I want you to imagine that you are holding your hand outside the window of a car which is sat at standstill. Not much to think about, right? Well, as the car's speed increases, you'll begin to notice a force on your hand. This is called dynamic pressure. As your hand begins to move through the air, it collides with more air molecules, creating a larger force on your hand. Now, pressure equals force divided by the area. Now, your hand is going to stay at the same area, so as the force increases, so will the pressure. On top of this, a force is exerted on us by the Earth's atmosphere. Now, you don't notice it, but it is called static pressure. So therefore, to calculate the total pressure, it is the static pressure plus the dynamic pressure created by the force through the air. But how does this relate to an airspeed indicator? Well, an airspeed indicator is hooked up to a system which measures the static and dynamic pressure and converts it into an airspeed that you can see on the control panel. Mounted on the fuselage or wing of a plane, you will find some funny looking tubes pointing in the direction of travel. These are called pitot tubes. These are hooked up to an expandable diaphragm inside a chamber, and as the airspeed increases, the pitot tube experiences an increase in pressure caused by the extra force of the air molecules. Now, another vent runs into this chamber called the static vent. This is located somewhere on the airframe where the airflow is minimal, normally at 90 degrees to the direction of travel, and runs into the opposite side to the diaphragm. Now, the static vent is not affected by the airflow and therefore measures the static pressure of the atmosphere. As the pressure increases in the pitot tube, the diaphragm expands due to the static pressure remaining constant. Being hooked up to a gearing system, as the diaphragm expands, the gearing system will also move, which will increase the needle for the airspeed on the airspeed indicator. So that's how an airspeed indicator works. Let's do a quick recap. So to calculate the total pressure, it is the dynamic pressure, which is dependent on force from the air molecules, and the static pressure from the atmosphere. Pitot tubes pick up the total pressure, and the static vent measures the static pressure. As the total pressure increases, the diaphragm expands and moves the gearing system to move the needle for the airspeed indicator. I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. If you could also drop a quick like, that would be very much appreciated. Thanks you for watching.